So the CYMERA festival was roughly a week ago now, and I've been editing this vlog and I realised as I was editing it that I have filmed neither an intro nor an outro for this video, which I think definitely sets up the right tone and vibe, which I had no intention of creating but ended up doing so anyway. So before we get into last Saturday's vlog, I wanted to preface a couple things before we actually go in to watching this. So the first thing I wanted to basically say before we go into this is that in the beginning of this vlog I started off by walking down to the train station after I realised that I have made a fatal mistake. In my head, for whatever reason, I thought that when my alarm went off at 9 o'clock it meant that I had half an hour left, but instead when my alarm went off at 9 o'clock it meant that I had to leave at 9 o'clock. I don't know why my brain made the connection that, oh, it's okay, I have half an hour left, because I've never done that before my entire life. But no, my brain was like, nope, we're good. We have half an hour. Let's just take our time. As I was walking down to the train station, I realised that I needed to leave at 9 so I could be there by like 10:15, but instead what happened was I left at 9:30, got to the train station round about like 10:05, the train didn't leave until 10:10, and then we didn't actually end up at the venue until like 11 o'clock. Roughly 11, maybe even 12, because it did take me a very long time to find the place because I am atrocious at directions. So in terms of the actual starting off point, we didn't do too well. And as you're about to see from that realisation, that footage that came from the realisation, I am very awkward when it comes to filming in public, and that's another thing that kind of sets the vibe and tone for this vlog, is how awkward I am at filming in public. The second thing I want to preface with is that despite in my head being very prepared for the CYMERA festival, I was very unprepared. Other than the fact that I missed Caroline's panel, which I feel so bad for. The second sign of me being unprepared was I left my camera batteries on charge at home, even though I kept saying to myself that I need to pick them up, and ironically that's the one thing that I just completely blanked when I left the front door, and I was like halfway to Edinburgh by the time I realised there's no camera batteries in my bag. So that did become a problem. I also ended up not being able to film too much because I think we got maybe halfway through the day and my camera died and I had no way to revive it. So this vlog I think is very short. It definitely feels quite short. It's shorter than comparison to my other vlogs, which is unfortunate because I feel like this is probably the most exciting vlog I've done. It was the most exciting event of my year so far, but it's the one that I got the least amount of footage. So I just wanted to warn you on what you're about to witness as we go into this video. However, I am proud of it still. I am happy with the finished results. I just think that next year when the CYMERA festival happens again, I will definitely be going again, and I'm going to remember my times, and I'm also going to remember my batteries, because those were the two things that really let me down on Saturday. So that's all I had to say for the introduction of this vlog. I just wanted to come in and let you know of those two things before you go into it. I will give you more deep in-depth thoughts on the CYMERA festival, but overall I did really enjoy my time there. So I'm walking down to the train station. We got to like past and I made a realisation that me, being who I am, got my times mixed up. So I wasn't supposed to be leaving at 9:30, I was supposed to be getting the train for 9:30. Did not think that one through very well, so now I'm going to get the train at 10. It says that the train is due there by 10:30, but like I feel like it's going to be early anyway, because I don't think the trains take that long to get to Edinburgh. Usually it's 20 to 25 minutes, so I feel really bad because I think I might end up missing Caroline's panel, but at the best case scenario I'll be like 10 minutes late, which I think is better than just completely missing it. But I feel like such an idiot because I really should have double checked everything like I usually do, but instead I just kind of went on complete nutter, like it's fine, I know what I'm doing, which I don't know why I did that because I never know what I'm doing. If nothing else, I will still be on time for CJ Cook's panel and I will still be able to catch the Agent 1-to-1, but I feel like Caroline's panel is probably the one that I should have caught. But like I said, me being me, got my times mixed up, so I will let you know when we actually do make it to the CYMERA festival. I think we'll probably be there by 11 at the latest at this point, even though I should have been there by 10:30, but either way, it's still a really nice day, it's still going to be a really good day. Hopefully there'll be no more slip-ups after this, which is why I made a Notion page, so I wouldn't make any slip-ups. Clearly it wasn't as detailed as I wanted it to be. So because I didn't actually manage to film too much when I was at the CYMERA festival due to my camera battery dying, I thought I would give you a little voiceover to kind of make up for the lack of clips that I managed to get. So when I did eventually get to the CYMERA festival, I headed straight to CJ Cook's panel. It was fairly easy for me to find. I think it was in the theatre. I don't know if because every room has like a very specific name, but this one I'm just going to call the theatre because it was the theatre. It looked like a theatre, so that's the best way for me to put it. But it was up like 2 flights of stairs and then straight to the left, which for someone like me is very easy directions to follow. So I managed to get there like 5 or 10 minutes early, which was wonderful. And then the clip that you're about to see is me feeling very awkward at the fact that I had a whole row to myself and then also no one sat behind me, and it felt a bit strange. Then the panel started. It lasted, I think, like bang on an hour, and it definitely held some very interesting discussions about each of these 3 novels. So then, in any true book hoarder fashion, I decided to go check out the bookshop. The bookshop, I think, was run by Blackwell's. There was quite a few options here, but it was mostly fantasy, science fiction and horror, which is the basic genres of the CYMERA festival. But there were so many novels here and so many of them looked so good. I did, however, practice a certain level of self-control, and I came home without buying any books during this day. However, it was very tempting. So after I left the bookshop, I headed straight to the signing room and I got my book signed by CJ Cook. More on that to come in the outro of this video. And then finally I did go and check out the Creators Hall. However, this was also the point that my camera battery died, and like I said, I didn't have any spares, so this was the end for filming. I hope this will be a good indication, a very basic indication of that CYMERA festival and what you can expect from the CYMERA festival. There was a lot more than what I filmed because, like I said, I was too shy to actually film in the first place, but I was also forgot my camera battery, so when I did actually manage to get the confidence to film confidently, my camera battery died. I think if I go next year, I'm definitely going to be a bit more confident with filming, because even though I was filming, like no one was looking at me like I was a weirdo or whatever, like walking about the camera. I think with that kind of event and with that kind of crowd, I feel like people were probably expecting to see photographers and like people who were walking about with cameras and stuff like that. So I do think that next year, with that in mind, I'm going to go and be a bit more confident with filming and try and get a lot more footage and try and go to a lot more as well. So with that said, actually, about me going next year, this year I managed to get a free weekend pass, because they give out free weekend passes or free tickets to students and people with lower incomes or financial struggles, like stuff like that, which was amazing and very helpful, and was probably the main reason why I was able to go this year. But next year I will no longer be a student, so fingers crossed I'll still be able to go. I think I will be, because the prices themselves for the weekend passes they're not too high. I think it was like £80 for a weekend pass, and I don't know how much it was per day, but I know that the Agent 1-to-1 was only 20 quid, which was amazing. The Agent 1-to-1 I feel like was the thing that really cemented the day as a good day for me. It was a good day, other than the fact that I am super awkward, just to the core, have no social skills whatsoever. So in terms of like the actual cost of things, I feel like it is affordable, and the fact that they give out free passes for people who may need them so they can attend the event is also amazing. So as I said in the voiceover, I went to go get my book signed by CJ Cook, and this is another thing, like I absolutely love the fact that the authors would stay after their panel so you could go sign their book. This is the first time that I've had a book signed in person, but when I went to go get my book signed by CJ Cook, I had a whole script in my head as to what I would say to her when I met her, because I love to light his witches from what I've read so far, and I had every intention of telling her that. But when I got to the table, I stuttered to the end of thank you when she signed it, and I didn't run, but I very nervously walked out of the room and then I ran. It was bordering on humiliating, but it's not the first time that I have done something that awkward before, so I'm kind of just used to it. I don't have too much else to say about the event. It was a wonderful, wonderful day, and next year if I do go, like I just said, I'm definitely going to be filming a lot more. The venue itself is absolutely gorgeous, and it was so lovely for how nice the day was as well, which made it great to sit outside in the courtyard and just read my book after I got it signed. They obviously also had a lot more on it than I filmed and that I actually went to this year. I was kind of, because it was my first year and I wasn't too sure where to go, what to do, I just kind of prioritised Caroline's panel, which once again I missed, and then CJ Cook's panel, but they have like a whole bunch of other authors there as well. I'm pretty sure Samantha Shannon was there last year, and I think, who's the author of Atlas 6? I think it's Olivia Blake. I'm pretty sure was doing a digital panel this year, and there were some other authors as well that were a bit more well known on Booktube and Book Talk that were going to be there, but I did just want to prioritise those two panels, especially with the Agent 1-to-1 that I had later on that day. So, but other than that, they also had a play. They had the pub quiz on the Friday night, which I went to with Caroline, which was the first time that I met Caroline in person, and I know they had like an open mic and a competition and a whole bunch of stuff. I think that next year I'll probably try and experience all of it, instead of just trying to minimise it into one day, because it is a 3-day event. But I was like, am I going to be able to afford or cope with travelling back and forth to Edinburgh 3 days in a row? And my brain said no. So we did just go on the Saturday. However, this is a great event. There is so much on, and I'm definitely going to portray it a lot better next year. But I had a lot of fun this year, and I do hope that if nothing else, I have convinced you even just a little bit more to try and make it to this event next year, because it was fantastic. So that is all for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. I am so impressed, because I wasn't even sure I was going to make it this far. But if you enjoyed, for whatever reason, let me know by liking the video. If you intend to go to the CYMERA festival next year, let me know in the comments. If you've been to any other big festivals, whether they be in Scotland or anywhere else in the world, let me know in the comments as well, and let me know your experience, what you thought, whether or not it's worth it for me to one day maybe go. But Other than that, if you want more content from me, all my social media is linked in the description, and if you want more videos from me, make sure you subscribe to this channel. I promise that next week's vlog is going to be a bit more fuller. But that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon for another one.